Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent. I worked there a decade. I'm a national expert in IRS tax resolution matters. I have been on all major news stations talking about IRS taxes. And today oh, by the way, welcome to my YouTube channel. Me and my M&M man give you a thumbs up. Today I want to talk to you about you just received an IRS audit notice. What should I do? Well, that's a good question. There's a couple different audit notices you got. Matter of fact, I got to write that down. You got different audit notices. So if the case comes from the service center, it's called the mail correspondence audit. You need to get that information into them timely. There will be a contact person or where you send that information, and you want to send that certified. So what you want to do, you want to get the letter that IRS sent you, and you want to pull your tax return up. With that, you want to go ahead, if it's a mail correspondence audit, you want to get your documentation together, send it back to IRS, and keep it certified. Keep a copy of your records. If you do not hear anything back in a while, contact IRS back to find out what is the result of the IRS correspondence audit. Don't let them go. Don't let them think by you sending the stuff back the audit is resolved. That does not mean that they're going to accept it. So the mail correspondence, IRS does tons of mail correspondence, tons, a couple million probably, so make sure you follow up on that if it's a mail correspondence audit. If it's an IRS auditor, there's two divisions of IRS audit: the office audit and the revenue agent. The office auditor is a more simpler audit, maybe Schedule C, couple items on your 1040 don't match up. It's a required in the office, or maybe correspondence because of the COVID that we're going through. If it's a revenue agent audit and the person signs it by a revenue agent, it's going to be a more detailed audit. The revenue agent is a lot more experienced, where the office auditor is more of an examiner. How did that case come out from your office auditor? IRS ran through your DIF scores and found out on your tax return something didn't match up. As a general rule, they will send you 3 or 4 things, the office auditor will, and say, hey, this is what we need to see. That will let you know why your IRS case come out to the field, because of these issues. So you want to make sure that you contact them. You want to be on time. You want to be cordial. And should you go in by yourself or shouldn't? Here's the bottom line: if you're confident about your audit, go in by yourself. If you know you have the records, go in by yourself. Nothing wrong with going in by yourself as long as you're 100% sure. If you're not, you better hire somebody to go in. That's when you draw the line. So when you do that, when you know you're 100% right, go in. Now for the field agent, as a general rule, they're there to do some damage. They probably have a corporate return, partnership, LLC, depreciation. Sometimes these audits can take 2 days, sometimes 3 months. All depends on the scope. I recommend nobody ever goes in, ever, 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 if a revenue agent sent you a report. Let me tell you something about audits you got to be very careful about. You always want to try to isolate them to the 1 year IRS is looking at. IRS has the ability to do 3 years. They may go back 1, they may go back 2, or they may go forward. Generally, IRS examines 3 years, but on some occasions, they'll only examine that 1. So, once again, when you go in when you're 100% sure. If you're not sure, you go ahead and hire someone. That's why we have a team of former IRS agents in every division. So we look at the case, look at the scope of the problem, and give the person the case that we need to. So once again, if it's a mail correspondence audit, get it back timely. Make sure it's sent certified, follow up. If it's in the local office, make sure you make your appointment timely. Get all the documentation. If you're confident, go in yourself. If not, hire a professional. If the case is with a revenue agent, where it's going to be a lot deeper audit, don't go in yourself, because they will have their way with you. Unless you're an accountant or attorney or CPA, then obviously you can go in by yourself. We've represented hundreds and hundreds of people for IRS audits. But anyway, that's what you do. By the way, if this information was helpful, I try to share what an agent looks like to you, to give you that information. I really appreciate a subscription or a like. It really helps me. And if you have a comment and say, hey, Michael, speak about this, my YouTube comes from calls and emails I get. So subscribe and comment to me. I'd love to make more emails to give. I mean, I'd like to get more content based on what you want. Thank you.